Vanilla tea. Nectar of the gods. Alright, so I'm pretty big on wireless things. To be honest, if everything was wireless and rechargeable, I would be a very happy individual. Why does this have to exist? But the problem is, something being wireless needs batteries, and those batteries eventually run out of power. Now, with something like, say, a mouse, or a controller, they're not really gonna use enough power to be a big deal. However, something like your phone, it's gonna take a bit of a punch. And that's where rechargeable batteries come in. Charge it overnight and you should be good for the rest of the day. I wish. Live! However, there are some things where it's just more feasible to have an old, will die someday battery. Like your mouse, a controller if you don't use it enough, and maybe a flashlight. This is either due to how little use they get, or just they don't draw enough power to warrant a rechargeable battery. Normally, you wouldn't need to change the battery more than, at most, once a month, so why bother recharging the thing? But what if you actually do want a rechargeable battery in your flashlight, mouse, controller? Well, the normal option is to just buy the rechargeable version of that thing. Or in the case of an Xbox controller, just buy a rechargeable battery. That was too simple of an idea, and it worked too well, though. So these guys fucked it up.
You need Lightors for portable devices.
No, I need batteries for portable devices. Telling me I need specifically Lightors is just a straight up lie.
Make all your devices rechargeable, just like your smartphone.
I seem to recall a mouse design that worked extremely similar to this. It didn't go over well.
Lightors. Time to rock and roll. Oh, why isn't it working?
It was just working. We saw it working. It was making noise and everything. It was working.
What? Ah, there we go. The non-rechargeable 9-volt is dead.
So go get another one. Not that big a deal. Those things last for months.
That's what it was. I'm just gonna get rid of this. I know it's not a hassle. I introduce you to the eco-friendly Lightors. Lightors is a rechargeable battery that supports both Android and Apple cables. It comes in all different sizes for your different needs, like 9-volt, C-type, and so on. Think about it. Why use disposable batteries when you can simply recharge them? You constantly need new batteries for cameras, alarm clocks, and all portable devices. You no longer have to waste money on non-rechargeable batteries. Just imagine all of your portable devices being charged without getting rid of old batteries. Thanks to your great support, we've had 2 successful Kickstarter campaigns.
Oh, you really shouldn't have brought attention to this. You're right, you've had 2 very successful Kickstarter campaigns. But guess what they're for? The first is a cable. It's a USB cable that's completely reversible. One side will go in, the other side will go in, you don't have to fiddle with it. It's got some use, fine. Good idea, it got funded, cool. The other project you showed is the same exact project that we are currently watching. Kinda trying to double dip there, aren't you, buddy? Now, I would understand this if it didn't get funded, but no! The thing got funded almost $70,000! Why put up a second Kickstarter project for a project that has already been completed? I actually found out why. The old project that did get funded were for batteries that weren't compatible with a lightning cable. These new ones are. That's it. Oh, and there's also different kinds of batteries. The last project was only for AA and AAA. So you're telling me your original project, which was funded $70,000, was sold so poorly that you needed to make a new project just to sell a new version? If you ask me, that means people don't want these. And do you want to know why? It's because a better and cheaper version of them already exists. The single difference here? These plug directly into your USB port, no cables involved. So, glancing over the fact that you would need both a cable and a USB port for each individual battery unless you wanted to charge them one by one, I can just pick these up and guess what? They last longer. Want to know why? Because you've put so much into this tiny little battery space that you've actually had to shrink the battery part of your battery. All these have is a single USB thing on the end, and they already don't last that long due to that. How much less power do your batteries stand to hold due to having all those extra components inside? But these have a 9-volt version. I got you covered right here. So, with these officially sanctioned as bullshittery, do you want to know what upsets me the most? 37 people fell for this crap.